Stop neglecting peptic ulcer. Stop overlooking peptic ulcer. Peptic ulcer kills. So, some people watching this video now might be wondering, what is she talking about? What is peptic ulcer in the first place? Or how can peptic ulcer kill? Don't worry. Sit down, grab your popcorn. Let me take you through. Peptic ulcer is a sore in the lining of the stomach. You know the stomach where the food enters when you pass it through your mouth? The lining, there's a lining that protects the stomach from being eroded by acid. You know the stomach naturally is acidic. That's why it's able to churn all the food that you eat before passing it to the intestine for absorption. Now, what peptic ulcer does is to go and cause sores, erode those lining of the stomach, making it painful when somebody eats. Like you start feeling that pepperish burning pain. Now, what causes peptic ulcer? You know, research said that the major cause of peptic ulcer is a bacteria known as H. pylori, Helicobacter pylori. So what this bacteria does is to, erode the lining of the stomach. Now, there's a misconception that eating too much pepperish food, or or taking or too much stress causes peptic ulcer. That is just a misconception. These two things can only aggravate the symptoms of peptic ulcer, but they don't cause peptic ulcer. So eating pepperish food does not cause peptic ulcer. Rather, it aggravates the symptom of already developed peptic ulcer. Okay. Now, there are two types of peptic ulcer. Ignore the background noise. The first one is gastric ulcer. Now, this gastric ulcer is in the stomach. This is when the lining of the stomach is so eroded, either by bacteria or whatever. Now, the second type is duodenal ulcer. Duodenal ulcer is the one that occurs at the first part of the small intestine, which is the duodenum. Now, what are the signs and symptoms of peptic ulcer? Some people feel burning pain, especially once they have food like pepperish food, or they are so much stress and the stomach secrete more acid, so making the sore they already developed sore very uncomfortable. Now, when this sore is being neglected and not treated, no medical attention, it keeps on eroding until it is perforated. That is when ulcer can be very deadly. If one develops a perforated ulcer, it's very deadly, especially if not diagnosed early. It can kill because there are still some blood vessels that line the stomach. So if it is perforated, there can be bleeding, both internal and sometimes if the person, most of them have nausea and vomiting, can vomit blood. Some of them, if it is like the duodenal one, can be stooling blood. Like I have seen someone stooling pints of blood as a result of perforated ulcer. You don't want to experience that. Please, darling, go to the hospital if you're having these symptoms like burning pain, heartburn. Like the experience I had with ulcer, it was not really a funny one when I was back home. Like my own, I was having a pain, like, this pain, like when you have cold, like pneumonia. I was thinking I had pneumonia. It was like burning, aching, going down to my right, from right shoulder down to my right hand. And I was thinking, what's this? I never believed it was ulcer until I met one doctor and he said, go and do H. pylori test. And I did, it was positive. And then he gave me like the ulcer kit, and I took it and it was gone. All those stopped. So if you're having all these symptoms and you're not sure, please go and